Good morning. We're going down to the Shelly Beach. At least that's what's in my mind. Crossing the Mississippi here. It's running dry. Imagine if the Mississippi ran dry. Or the Nile, or the Euphrates, or the Ganges, or the River Shannon. Imagine if the Mississippi ran dry. That's not going to happen to God. The Lord takes delight in His people. That flow of love, of concern, of creation, of redemption is at work. And actually our delight increases when it starts with God's delight. It's like the happiness you experience when another person is happy. Somebody close to you, and you rejoice over them. You're happy for them. I didn't want to interfere with that person, but the thought came to me. I first of all thought it was a Muslim lady because of all the gear, but I think it might be a Christian hermit because she's carrying a knapsack and a backpack, and that's not. I haven't ever seen Muslim ladies doing that, and so it's somebody on the move, somebody that has their supplies. And she seems to have just started a posture of prayer. Wow, you can see a whole line of stones down here that we normally don't see. And they're all laid bare. So this is the Shelly shore, the Shelly strand. I think up here will have better footing. I actually want to get down to the rocks. The Lord takes delight in His people. And we have two contrasting images here. We have rejoicing in the people of Thessalonica, and we have woes, W-O-E, woes. And the thought occurred to me this morning that these woes to imperfect religious people, it's not wishing them bad, it's just really sorry for them. It's like last week we had the choice of ways to go in the narrow gate or to go on the steep gate, the steep road, the narrow gate and the steep road and the thorny road, the difficult road. That when you see somebody going into deep trouble, it's a sad situation. You'd like to help them, you'd like to somehow assist them so they don't fall into this this destruction, self-destructive behavior, self-destructive consumption, things that will damage them deeply. Wow. Things are changing here. So you have all this line of stones going out that we haven't seen for years. And this is kind of a roadway that would have been here a long time ago when the jeeps would come in here to race down the beach, north to south here, up to Guinnessar and beyond. This place is growing into a jungle. It's amazing, once nature recedes in one way, it's filled up in another way. I'm sorry there, somebody felt a little jerk. Just have to get my footing. So we have the whole, see, the scribes and the Pharisees were actually very religious people. But they had some syndromes. Oh, I don't think my foot gear is going to bring me down here now. We'll leave that for another day. I wanted to get down to those stones there and check that out, like I was thinking last week, but another time. So they're living a lot of practical, routine disciplines, but they're lacking interior substance, because we are creatures of routine, we human beings. And it's not just the poor Pharisees and scribes, it's everybody. It's even, you can give people a handshake, and it's really not a handshake, it's just like, it's what you have to do. It's like the artificial smile that's granted, but it's really not the smile that comes out of the grandparents and the child when they encounter. It's so spontaneous, so full. It's so full of blessing and good wishing. I wonder if God is far too hot, like a hot iron. You can't touch it, you have to get it tongs. And they preferred to call on the gold of the temple than the temple. They preferred to call on the offering on the altar rather than the altar. To be in communication with God it's like it's high level engagement, and it's easier to withdraw to lower level engagement. It's easier to win a game in the little league than it is in the major leagues. And God is our major league. And there's actually very wonderful access to the major league, but it requires a heart that's completely in. And the keys for that are 3 words we have in the first reading to the Thessalonians. We're switching the routine. Up to now we have been reading the books. After we did the set on the Torah, the first 5 books, we were reading the book of Judges. And we ended up with Ruth. And now we're going into the New Testament again in a systematic way, and we have the letter to the Thessalonians, which was the capital of Macedonia, a very proud part of Greece. and a big city, an important administrative city for the Roman Empire, and one of the first communities that Paul established. And he's writing with delight. The Lord takes delight in his people because they're filled with faith, with hope, and with love. And if we see the world through God's eyes and understand it through God's understanding, then we're living, we have the gift of faith. It's a gift, first of all, but it's also an exercise. Like every ability we have is both a gift, but it's also developed. And if we don't develop, if we don't exercise, we will lose the abilities. It's like languages, if you don't use it, you lose it. I find the colors of the Egyptian goose delightful, especially that green, that dark green. Why don't you just stay there, lady, and let me see your colors? Where did you go? I wanted to be on the sunny side so that I could see the colors more clearly. Look at all the different colors there. Now, just between the legs and that brown color, it's actually a very green color when it opens up. If she opens up her feathers, I guess that's not going to happen today. Maybe it's an old one and it's not so well. Going the course of nature. Goodbye. And then the gift of hope. And hope is obviously based on faith. If God has the whole world in his hands, he created us, he provides for us, he loves us, he redeems us, he's preparing an eternal bliss for us, then our life is filled with hope. We know we don't have it now. Hope is a tough virtue in a way because it's the solidity in the expectation that God will fulfill his promises and his word. And faith is accepting his promises and his word, and hope is going through the deprivations that we wish we didn't have, that we suffer, and we live in expectation. We live in hope, and therefore, in the anchored in hope, we can really love, we can give ourselves completely to others. That's a lot for today. I stayed a little longer than I intended. God bless you. See you later, alligators. Let's see if we can turn this around here. I always have to switch hands to do that. So you see I was here. God bless you. Be filled with faith, hope, and love. God delights in his people.